Hello, everyone. My name is Carly Bates, and tonight I'd like to tell you two stories. The first is about how I fell in love with the planet. I'm not entirely sure when this romance began, but I just have these glimpses of the past in which I have this overwhelming feeling of heartache. I realize that I just said that this is a love story, but the thing about this love is that it's a little bit rocky. We're on thin ice, literally, with Mother Nature. Since I can remember, I've been an avid recycler, DIYer, fascinated by the multiple forms and uses of one single object or material, one that can be turned into, reshaped, undone, into something entirely or maybe not entirely different. This fascination has led me to save things like cardboard boxes and plastic containers in order to repurpose and revive what many may consider to be junk. Many may also consider that to be hoarding, but that's another story. This fascination has led me to begin a campus-wide recycling and educational initiative at my high school and get involved with campus student sustainability initiatives at ASU. This fascination has also led me to an excellent track record in dumpster diving. I'll never forget the faces of the three people who walked down on me in the trash room as I was perched inside a dumpster, chucking empty Coke Zero cans from the green bin to the blue. I'm sure that I really freaked those people out, but I think that this is something worth freaking out about. Whenever I have my head in a dumpster picking out plastic and aluminum, I'm sure there are people who think I'm crazy, but I've given it some thought, and seeming a little bit crazy is nothing in comparison to doing something that makes me feel good and makes me feel like I'm contributing to a greater mission. And I always hope if ever someone sees me picking a plastic bag out of a bush or jogging with a couple of empty cans in my hands, they'll rethink that maybe that's not such a crazy thing to do. Now, the second story that I have to tell you is about how I fell in love with this city. Phoenix has always been my home. I, like many of my peers, was born and raised here, just a few miles up Central Avenue. I felt connected to this place and its people, as time has taught me to appreciate sunsets, art, community, public transportation, rain, and resources of every kind. Sure, it's hot, and it doesn't have seasons, and the politics aren't the greatest, but I believe that Phoenix has a lot of value, as well as a lot to improve on. Now, sometimes I get stuck in a very small bubble, and I forget that a whole world beyond Phoenix exists. While this could be harmful and cause me to lose perspective, I think it gives me the perspective needed to make a difference. It makes the goal seem a little bit more attainable, while not at all diminishing its importance. When I think about the patch of trash the size of Texas in the Pacific Ocean, and how I've never even been to Texas, but I know that it's a nice big chunk of the continental United States. When I think about how everything in a green bin ends up in a landfill, and how one day there's not going to be enough room for both our trash and our children. When I think about how, in the movie Gravity, Sandra Bullock fights so hard to come back to her home. She lands in the water, swims to shore, taking the sand in her hands, and she smiles, giving thanks for this beautiful, beautiful place. My heart aches. Now, I'm no love expert, but I think that this heartache means suffering, and that this suffering means love, and that this love is worth fighting for. Thankfully, we have a lot of people fighting for this place around the world and right here at home. But this responsibility isn't just for those guys. It's for all of us. Because every single thing, every single person consumes and disposes or emits is every single person's responsibility. I can clearly imagine a landfill in my backyard, and islands created from plastic bags and tires in Tempe Town Lake, and people like you and me realizing that we need this planet a lot more than this planet needs us. I think we're taking the planet for granted. I think we're abusing the love and the life that our home, no matter how you define your home, has given to us. They say that you do some pretty crazy things when you're in love, yeah? Well, I think it's time for us to get a little bit crazier. Thank you all so much.